I came from Jersey City. That's where I'm originally from. All my family's from Jersey City. And I moved from Jersey City to East Windsor, New Jersey. That was like a culture shock for me because I was really used to being in the city area, and then moving to a suburban area was completely different. Now, the family life, it was I guess you could say it's kind of typical in a sense. My mother and my father, they both had some drug addiction issues, right? My father was a high-ranking drug dealer. He owned 3 blocks in Jersey City, so he would just pay people off to make sure the cops were, they didn't bother him and stuff like that. He just give them the hush money. So I know all about that lifestyle. Like I was in the trap house, all that stuff, and it wasn't like back where they had abandoned houses. It was people who owned the houses and they paid them off, and then they came in like at night and did whatever they were going to do, So it was more of a, I guess you could say a classier way of doing things because they were making sure that they weren't getting caught, basically. So, but mind you, that always catches up to you. Anything done in the dark always comes to the light. So don't you ever think that if you just continue to do wrong in the universe that it's not going to come back to you at some point, because it's coming, I promise you. And when it comes back, it's coming 10 times stronger, I promise you. It's amazing what you remember when you're young, like when something's really a big impact on your life, something that changes you, something that you think about all the time. When I was really, really young, like to the point where I don't even remember how young I was, I just know I was real young. I remember actually watching my father get high. I remember it. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was sitting there and I was like playing with my toys, like my little Power Rangers and stuff like that, chilling. And I asked my dad to play with me. And I thought he was just sleepy. Like at the time, I had no idea what was going on. But when I think about it, as I got older and I realized what was going on in the history with my family, then I was like, I put 2 and 2 together and I was like, that's what was going on. My father was high, nodding off. You know what I mean? And I don't even think he remembers that. Like, I have a relationship with my father. I have a relationship with my mother. I'm blessed. I'm thankful to have that. But we went through some rough times. Just like any other family, we went through some rough times. Like I said, my mom, she had an issue. So in order for my mom to kick the habit, she went to the AA meetings. I remember being at those meetings. I remember being at those AA meetings with my mom and watching her stand at a podium, just like this. Say, my mom is saying her name and where she was from, what her addiction was. Watching her, listening to her cry. It's crazy. I was right there in the middle of all of it. My father, he beat his addiction cold turkey. Like he said, I'm done with this. I'm not going to be a slave to this addiction anymore. So he beat it. But I watched my father go through withdrawal. Like throwing up, helping my mom put him in the bathtub when he was sick. All that. I was there for all of it. It's part of what made me who I am. It's part of what built this story that I'm telling you right now. I remember me and my mom walking down the street. Me, my mom, and her cousin were walking down the street, and this car pulled up on us like super fast, like skirt. I was like, whoa, what's that about? Pulled up, rolled the window down. Dude just started cussing at my mom. Yo, you beat this and that, blah, blah, blah. You thought I was playing about my money, this and that. I'm like, what's going on? All I know is my mom was like, yo, get my son and move him out the way. I went with her cousin, moved me out the way. I'm all the way over here somewhere. To this day, I don't think my mom still remembers it. Remembers that I know at least. He's sitting in the car. He was in there with his lady. He was driving the car. His lady was on the passenger side. He going back and forth, arguing, right? You better have my money. I'm not playing this and that, blah, blah. Next thing you know, he reached over, dug in the lady's purse, pulled out a 9. I could see it. I could literally look down the barrel of the gun. I was like, what's about to happen right now? Like, what's going on? Because my mom's cousin pulled me to the side, was like, get out, we got to get you out of here, move me to the side. And I could hear my mom, like with the heart of a lion. My mom was like, so you just going to shoot me right here in front of my son? If he'd have pulled the trigger, that would have been the last words I heard from my mother. Those would have been the last words I heard from my mom. You just going to shoot me right here in front of my son. Well, if you're going to do it, then do it. Crazy. He didn't pull the trigger. Let my mom go. Thankful. I'm very thankful. Extremely thankful. Because I still have my mom. I still have my father in my life. Those are just a few of the things that I dealt with when I was in Jersey City, some of the issues that we had as a family. And my mom, she went on and she bettered her life. She went off to school. She got her master's degree. Turned the whole life around. Doing great things. She actually just won an award for the work that she does. Doing great things. She's like, when you talk about my mom, she up there. She did it. She made it. She set the example that you could be at your lowest point and understand it ain't over till you say it's over. It doesn't matter where you at. If it's not your time to go, it's not your time to go. It's just that simple. And if you got more life to live, if you got a bigger goal that you're supposed to hit, that every day that you wake up, every day that you draw breath, every day that blood pumps through your body, you still got a chance.